Yes, this is what you think it is. Finally got my hands on the Canon R5C. No, Canon did not change their mind and send me one, but I do have a friend with a bit of a hookup. If you guys are interested in any questions, let me know. And Canon, I would love to try these out. I don't need to keep them or anything. Just send a review unit. You know, I'd love to show the people what these things are capable of. So please, thank you. Okay. Anyways, throughout my YouTube career, it's been super fascinating to watch which channels take off and which just don't. And maybe some get a little bit of growth, but then they just stagnate and never really take off. And I think there's some clear things in common with all of these successes or failures. Why does it sound so rough to say failures, yet we fail all the time? Failures are just a time to learn. Here's 5 things every successful YouTube channel has in common. Or let's put it in the negative. Here's 5 things every channel that fails misses. Every channel that I've ever seen grow on YouTube has one thing in common. They are absolutely passionate about one thing. Is it obvious what I'm passionate about? Look at all this, too much. Whether it's filmmaking, photography, cars, makeup, science, snowboarding, surfing, they are incredibly passionate about something. If you are not super passionate about what you're making videos about, you will not grow. I can almost for sure guarantee it. Or if you do grow a little bit, it will stagnate. You will not last for 2 reasons. First off, YouTube is an infinite amount of work. And then secondly, you're probably gonna make a bunch of videos, work really hard for $0. In the beginning, nobody makes money from YouTube, so you better be real passionate so that you can push through and persevere through that beginning stage of making no money. And then when you are making some money, that work there's a lot, there's an infinite amount of work. So yeah, if you're not passionate, it's not gonna happen. How do you know if you are passionate about that thing? If you are, it's the thing that you would be doing regardless. Day in, day out, that's the one thing that you want to be doing, even if you're not getting paid. And most of the time, it doesn't feel like work at all. Then you know you're passionate. Number 2, every YouTuber I've ever seen succeed is really good at one thing, or at least one thing, and usually it's the thing that they're passionate about. Now, you don't have to be the best at it, but you just have to be better than the average person. It's really fun to watch somebody be passionate about something, but it's even more fun to watch if they're actually also good at that thing. For example, I just watched a super interesting video from Joe Grand, who's like this hacker dude, and he hacked a hardware crypto wallet, and it's just so interesting. You can clearly tell he's super passionate about it, but he's also very good at what he does. If you're not really good yet, do everything in your power to learn and get better at that thing. And that doesn't mean that you can't start a YouTube channel, but it probably won't take off. It might help in the learning process, but again, you probably won't grow that much yet. And the best part is, it can be literally anything. You could be good at filmmaking or photography or cooking or building cabins in the middle of the woods. Yeah, that's a channel. My Self-Reliance, super cool guy, he just builds cabins in the woods. I'm not the best filmmaker in the world. I'm just better than the average person. So yeah, it's interesting to watch because I'm passionate and I know a little bit about cameras and stuff. And then every successful channel finds an audience and creates for them. It's the whole creating just for yourself versus creating for others. And the best part is, it really doesn't matter what you're into, what you're passionate about, what you're good at. There's literally billions of people on YouTube. So if you're passionate about it, chances are there's a few other people that are also into that thing. And even if they're not interested, it's just so fun to watch passionate people. It's contagious, it's inspiring. I watch so many people. I'm not into building log cabins in the middle of the woods, but I'm just I'm fascinated by how passionate Sean is at building those cabins. It's fun to watch. I'm not passionate about crypto or hacking, but it is so incredibly fun to watch Joe Grand crack that hardware wallet. And just because you're making those videos for other people, that doesn't mean that that dictates what you make videos about or how you make those videos. But you will keep in mind, why would that other person be interested in watching these videos? What are they gonna get from it? Are they gonna be inspired? How are they gonna be entertained? How are they gonna learn something? What would offer that person watching value? You really need to think about that. And that's why it sounds obvious to find your audience, but it's really not. So that's kind of high level. Practically, how do you find an audience? Well, it's really simple actually. Just make good content. But that means a lot of different things. More specifically, it's things like be genuine. People can tell when someone is being genuine versus when they're just trying to be something they're not. And in general, I think we like watching somebody who's just being who they are with their weird quirks and mistakes and flaws and all of that stuff. That's probably one of the biggest reasons we all loved watching Casey Neistat, because he was just a normal dude with normal issues making normal mistakes like we all make. And so it was relatable. You're gonna have to learn how to talk to a camera in a normal, genuine way. So it doesn't help that you're just a genuine person. You also have to learn how to be genuine when I'm just in this room by myself, talking to a camera. But I know it's you guys. I'm talking to you guys. Learn to tell a story. That's something that we kind of innately know how to do, but then when it comes to actually like making it happen, it might be a little bit harder. And then how do we plan and execute that story? That's another skill that you're gonna have to learn. Entertaining people. I'm not really the entertaining type, but hopefully sometimes you find these slightly entertaining and they're not, completely boring. How many people just commented that I'm really boring? Provide value. Figure out how you can provide value from the things that you've learned, the passion, the skills that you have. How can you provide value? In the end, you just have to figure out how to translate that passion and that skill that you have into a video that people would want to watch. Number 4, every successful channel stays consistent. Making content day in, day out, even when you don't feel like it, you're not inspired or you're not motivated, because you're passionate about it, you're gonna stay consistent. There's so many days where I'm not really feeling it, but as soon as I start making a video, right away I'm just like, this is awesome. I can't believe I get to do this. I love this. Reminder to go get flowers for my wife. Happy Valentine's Day. And interestingly, we've seen the rise and fall of many channels, but the only channels that actually disappear are the ones who stop making content. There have been some channels, some people, I won't name names, who have gone through crazy controversies and they've just kept consistent, kept making videos, and they've overcome those controversies. The only way your channel will die is if you stop creating. And also the only way you'll grow is if you stay consistent. There's not one channel out there that is growing all the time that's not constantly making videos. Consistency. And lastly, every channel makes it financially viable. It is not possible for a channel to thrive and keep going unless it's financially viable. Money is not the goal, but it's a tool to give us freedom to make the videos that we want to make, when we want to make them, and with who we want to make them with. Once you find that audience, there's a million different ways that you can monetize your YouTube channel, whether it's AdSense, brand deals, affiliate links, courses, merch, digital products, physical products, starting other businesses. There are so many different ways to monetize your channel. And the key, I've said this a million times, is to maximize your revenue streams. Try as many different revenue streams of income as you can. There's so many channels, people that I meet doing YouTube, even full time, and they just haven't tried this one or that one, and they're missing out on hundreds, if not thousands, tens of thousands of dollars over the years. Don't underestimate any of them. The only way you will know if this stream or that stream of income works for you is by trying it. And if it takes too much time and there's not enough return, then figure out, are you doing it wrong? Is there a better way? Or maybe it's just not for you, and throw it out. But then you find those few streams that are absolutely incredible for you, that give that freedom to you to just keep making your content, to stay consistent, and to make this whole thing a financially viable business. Even if you have 5 streams of income and they're all making $500 or $1,000 a month, that's a lot of money, and that brings longevity to your channel. And stability too. If you don't have a consistent source of income, it's really hard to plan future videos where you might need a bigger budget to make that happen, or to hire somebody, or to have an office. If you don't know how much you're going to be making every month, it's really hard to do any of those things. But when you have a bunch of different revenue streams, it's a lot more stable. You're not relying on just AdSense and brand deals, which can vary wildly depending on the time of year, how your views are doing, all of that stuff. Whereas if you're, selling a digital product or a physical product, if you need to make a little bit more money to hire somebody, you can just make more of those products. You have control over those. And bonus, I would say 99.9% of successful channels did not start to make money or to become famous or successful. If you are starting YouTube because you think you're gonna be rich, I guarantee you, you will fail. Not only will you realize that you're not making any money in the beginning, you're not gonna be pushing through because you're not passionate about that thing. So even if you got a little bit of success, you're not gonna be able to do the grind of just consistency and making content because you don't even really like that thing in the first place. And it's the same for fame. But if you find something that you're passionate about, really good at it, and find that audience, money, fame, whether it's good or not, success, those will all come. Focus on making the best product, the best possible video that you can make for your audience, and everything else kind of seems to fall in place after that. I've made a few videos kind of like this, trying to help you guys, trying to help aspiring YouTubers, and it's because I'm just so passionate about seeing creators thrive in this space. There's nothing more that I hate is seeing somebody crazy talented, super passionate about something, and then they're stuck slaving away for a company or person who's not giving them the full freedom to create what they actually really want to be creating. Which is a great segue into the 5RC video that'll come out this week. We shot an incredible photographer, Matt Barnes. Just absolutely mind-blowing how good he is. I haven't been that inspired by someone in a long time. Just so talented. And I would love to see his skills, his passion to be put into a YouTube video, a YouTube channel, and we could see a little bit of the inner workings of how he does things, how he creates. It's absolutely fascinating. Plus, he lives in a church, an old church that he's converted into like a studio and home, and it's got a trampoline inside and a spiral slide. Yeah. Very interesting. Okay, that's it for me today. I hope you guys like this video. Like, sub, and come back for another one. All right, bye.